friends out there, Philip the Pilot here, and welcome back to my channel. This is number 10 in the My Pilot Journey series, a series I created to document my path from where I was born in South America to flying as a captain private jets here in the United States. It's also intended to give my children an insight as to who I am, what I am, why I behave the way I do, why I think the way I do, and hopefully inspire them and hopefully others to pursue their dream, no matter how impossible it may appear to be. Yeah. Today's topic is my first job once I arrived in the US. I naively thought as a trained bartender from a cruise ship, I can just get a job at a bar in Philadelphia. So one day I walked, it had to be about 5 miles, stopping at various bars. And I may have stopped at between 5 or 6 or 10 bars in that one day. During that process, I learned that I would not be able to secure a job as a bartender unless I received official training, official certification that said I went to school, I understand alcohol, and I'm trained to be a bartender. Naturally, I was disappointed because I couldn't find a job, but it's also not something I wanted to spend a lot of time training for. Thus, this wasn't going to happen. I returned home and I told my wife at the time what I had done, and she laughed. She thought it was funny that I walked 5 miles trying to find a job as a bartender. Needless to say, I was slightly hurt by her response. You know, I thought it would have been a bit more supportive, but it wasn't. And her mother at the time, my mother-in-law at the time, worked at a gym. And she was able to secure a job for me at that gym, working from 10 p.m. to 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. My responsibilities were to clean the machines, pick up the trash from the ground, sweep and mop the floors, clean the toilets, clean the showers, clean the locker rooms, and empty the trash. I worked alongside my then mother-in-law for about 6 to 8 months. She then secured me a second job at a printing company. I went the first night. I thought it was, this isn't for me. It's kind of messy. It smells. I finished that first night shift. I went there the second night and I told the boss, hey, unfortunately, I don't like this. This isn't for me. It's not what I want to do. And he begged me to stay. He actually told me, hey, we need someone like you. This position needs to be filled. It's been vacant for a long time. Can you please stay? I'm like, nah, no, this isn't for me. I'm moving on. I returned to the gym with my then mother-in-law and I continued doing the cleaning, emptying trash, toilet stuff, all that stuff. And my then wife was, no, her father had served in the Air Force, and I either heard it from him or I read it somewhere that the military would offer you money to go to school. And I thought, well, that sounds great. So I went down to the Air Force office in Philadelphia and I tried to sign up. And the guy said, unfortunately, we can't sign you up because you are a resident. You need to be a citizen. And I go, okay. Naturally, I chose the Air Force because I thought that it's the Air Force. They have a lot of planes and I can work on planes there and I can get to fly planes there. And the reason I started to explore the military option is the realization that working as a night cleaner at a gym from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. wasn't going to make me enough money to pay for my pilot training. By this time, I had already done the legwork. So I knew how much it cost. I knew what I needed to make. But the Air Force said no. So I'm like, okay. So one day we were in our apartment, and my partner at the time was laying on the bed going through the phone book, and she stumbled upon this ad for the U.S. Navy, and she says, "The Navy's hiring." I'm like, the Navy? You know, most people don't think that the Navy has planes. You hear Navy and you think about ships, and I'm like, huh. I go, okay, whatever, call them. So she called them, and I think it's within 45 minutes to an hour, the Navy recruiter was knocking at the apartment door in his summer whites, looking all dashy and so on. I said hi, we introduced ourselves. He took us down to the recruitment center and he sat us down. He explained everything, how the Navy works. I told him I was interested in becoming a pilot. I wanted to work on planes. He said, okay, that's fine, we can do that. And then he realized that I'm a resident and I'm not a citizen. So he said, well, unfortunately, you need to be a citizen in order to fly or to become a pilot. I said, okay, fine. What else can I do? And he explained I needed to take a test. He explained what job I got depended on the score I was able to achieve on that test. The name of the test is the ASVAB. Much to the Navy's credit and this particular recruiter's credit, he was very honest. Often recruiters are so concerned with making the numbers that they tend to be less than forthcoming about what it's like to serve in the military. This recruiter didn't do that. He was upfront. He didn't BS me. He said, hey, this is how it works. This is what's expected of you. This is what's going to happen in boot camp. He was clear. He couldn't have been more clearer. Because he was so honest, when I decided to join them, there was nothing that I encountered while I was serving that was a surprise to me. But I still needed to take this test and I still needed to get a good score. Like, okay, I don't like tests. I don't do good at them. I'm awful at them. I get nervous, I get scared, and it just never ends well. Needless to say, because of this, I'm not looking forward to taking this test. But I needed to take the test. To find out what happened with that test, you will have to tune into the next video. That would be part 10 of the My Pilot Journey series. As always, I thank you for watching. I do enjoy making these videos. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it below and I will respond to them personally. Until the next one, be good.